spent so much money on shit this past week. I mean, more than I've ever spent in my life.
On Disney?
Well, yeah, I bought that, so we are going to Disney. That is official. We told the kids. And
when are you going, Ian?
June.
June.
Yeah, going in June. Early
Peak
June.
time.
Early June. No, we're not going late June.
Okay.
We're going early June, like first week of June. So hopefully, maybe they'll still be in school down there. I know they don't believe in school down there, though, so it's hard to say. But, yeah, we're going to Disney. I'm excited. Kush is excited. They had some videos.
Yeah, you got to do some training.
Yeah, we gotta do some best practice stuff, but very excited to go. And
you need to do one of those slingshot rides while you're down there.
No,
dude.
definitely not.
You know what else I'd like to do? I'd like to get some of that stinky fish stuff. You know, the cans of the Swedish fish that's fermented, and you open the can and everybody smells it and starts gagging.
God, no. Why would you want to do that?
'Cause it'd be so funny. It'd be so funny to listen to Wes and Aaron gagging, dude.
Well, yeah, I'd have to bring them, though.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like next Christmas.
Have to be like a group thing. Let's go to Disney.
Exactly.
Shit.
Oh, it'd be so funny.
Oh, God, it would be funny. I'll tell you that. Those text messages about you-know-who this week were fucking hysterical. So we have this old friend of ours who kind of we lost touch with him for a while after high school. Well, he's coming back around, and it's really sketch show. His profile, he's apparently really into Jesus now. He's down with the J.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way we took it was wrong and made fun of it. But
we just bully people, dude.
Yeah, that's all we do behind their backs. It's pretty hysterical.
Laughing with Morrison.
I can't take him, man. I swear to God, I can't. It's the GeekZip podcast. Ryan Zip, Christian in the Zip Cave. Thank you for joining in this week. Pretty slow news week in regards to big news coming out.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay much attention.
Not nearly as much as what was going on last week. So yeah, there's that. Wes could not be here today. We discussed when he returned that it would kind of be a week by week basis because he's trying to do some real estate.
Sure.
And also, of course, has a young daughter, so we want to respect that, of course.
Respect. Acknowledge him.
Matt, we acknowledge Wes, and we'll talk about acknowledgments here in a little bit. What have you been doing this week, Christian? How's the arm?
It's actually getting a lot better.
Yeah.
Not tingling as much.
Playing?
Still not playing much. Yeah. I play some like idle clicker game on the website.
Well, since you're not playing, what the hell are you watching? You had to have been doing something.
Sleeping.
So great. It's so great to do.
I love
sleeping. I'm sorry.
Watching Intervention, these people are like, I haven't slept in 4 days. I'm like, gosh.
No wonder you're a drug addict.
Don't you know how good sleep is?
It's so good.
I'm choosing drugs over sleep. You have a problem.
I don't think I would. I think I'd choose sleep.
Exactly.
I love
That's what
sleeping.
I'm saying, dude.
I can't get enough sleep.
I'm addicted to it.
I'm addicted to sleep. I'll take like a 3-hour nap, and then Elena will be like 11 o'clock. It's time to go to bed. And I'll be like, I'm ready.
No problem.
Oh.
I watched the second season of this Netflix show came out, The Tourist.
Okay, I think I've vaguely heard
It's like about some Irish guy that woke up. He was in Australia, and he got hit in a car accident and had no memory. And
who's the lead?
I don't know, Jamie Dornan or something.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, some Australian guy or Irish guy. I don't know.
Right.
It's entertaining enough.
Yeah. We've continued Breaking Bad. We're into season 2. We watched Everest.
Yeah.
Which was kind of lame. I mean, people die on... For those of you that don't know, Mount Everest is death.
There's dead bodies that mark the trail.
They're up there. Yeah. I mean, they're just frozen and solid up there. You can see them.
I watched Aquaman 2.
Did you?
Yeah, that was on Max.
I've got plans to watch that this week.
It was entertaining. It was fun. I like Orm. I like Patrick Wilson.
I did not expect it to be bad.
Right?
Yeah, Patrick Wilson. Yep. I did not expect it to be bad.
It is kind of a sad way for the Zack Snyderverse to end.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, it's not really, it's not tied into it that much.
Well, and it also, I think they may have waited too long, and even some of the stars have talked about that.
True.
That there's been too much time between movies.
There's too much Amber Heard in it, dude. She was
that fucked it up too. I'm sure that was a big reason for delay. It's just to kind of let that
bad.
shit.
She saved his ass a few times. Dumb.
I mean, yeah, it's like I don't even care, honestly. Like I said, Aquaman, Mira is a very minor character in the
They had this big sonic cannon they kept blast. That was probably the dumbest part of the movie, dude.
Sonic cannon?
No, how they beat the
Proton cannon!
No, how they beat the sonic cannon with a bunch of whales.
Oh, using the noise? Yeah.
And like overloaded it and made the whole submarine blow up. From the whale noise, dude.
How was Black Manta? Was he badass?
It's cool. He's blasting people.
Was he scarred up? And
he kind of got possessed, though, dude, by the Lost Kingdom people.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. He had green eyes. Green-eyed demon.
The girl with green eyes.
Oh, it was funny, too, how he dies, dude. Like he's hanging.
Oh, no.
You don't want to know?
I don't want to know.
Okay.
No, I don't want to know how he dies.
He just dies like an asshole, dude.
I will call you once I see it, and I'll be like, yeah, no, yeah, that was shit.
That's dumb.
Okay, that's cool. I been watching Batman lately. I went back and watched the '90s Batmans, all 4 of them. Then watched the Nolan trilogy. Watched a couple of the animated movies, Year One and Long Halloween. And I just started watching Justice League Dark, Apocalypse War. I love those animations. And I think that's about it. I've been playing Skull and Bones a lot. I'm getting really into it. I really like it. I'm really getting into it now. There's a lot of fucking moving parts in that game.
I heard it's kind of got a low player base.
I don't see many players. Yeah, it's like for as open as it is, and I mean, it's pretty fucking open. You expect to see more player, but no, it's mostly bots that you encounter on the sea.
A lot of people are playing this Helldivers 2 game.
I've heard of stories of this.
It's like Starship Troopers almost.
Really? That's cool. I've checked
it looks a lot of fun.
Yeah. There's some cool games out there right now. And then I've been also going back and forth on Arkham Asylum. Or Arkham Knight, whatever.
Kill the Justice League.
I don't know. I'm cool with the Batman games. They're better anyway.
You want to go kill Batman, dude?
So yeah, and then as I mentioned, I got a bunch of new shit with my tax return money. There's RoboCop, the NECA action figure, which I've been wanting, NECA or however they pronounce it.
How much was it?
He's about 55.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
You have me worried when you're talking about how expensive they are.
Well, I mean, after you get fucking 10 or 12 of them, shit adds up, right? But interchange.
What's the max you'd spend on a figure, you think?
Okay, that's a great question because I don't think I've reached my peak yet. I can tell you, and in an individual moment when I just like get paid, the most I would spend on a figure would be $55-$60.
So not 3 digits? Not
now
100?
There is this fucking gorgeous, and I'll put it up on the screen, Christopher Reeve Superman statue that Hot Toys did a few years ago. It looks fucking amazing. I'll see if I can pull it up so Christian can see it.
How much is it?
This is like over $500.
Whoa.
It's about
that must be like statue size.
It's about.
Okay, I mean that's still.
It's not action figure size. Definitely not.
It's at least a foot.
All right, let's see. There are a couple different ones, so you got to wait for me to find the right one.
That's cool.
That I'm talking about, but
that'd be. I mean, I don't think I could spend $500.
It's difficult. That's not it. Was it Hot Toys or was it Sideshow? Maybe it was Sideshow. Let me check Sideshow real quick. There he is. That's it. Yep. So the cape's posable. Just the fucking features on him are...
the hair.
He's got hair. He's got fucking... I mean, a bend of the knee. Get the fuck out of here.
It's like a centerpiece for your mantle.
I mean, when you see this thing...
They're posing next to an apple.
Yeah, to give you an idea. So it's not
almost
small.
2 feet. It's almost 2 feet tall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not small. But yeah, so that's one I've had my eye on for a few years now.
That's for like when you get the big
I mean, if I have a tax return and we're not going to fucking Disney, right? Maybe I might fuck with this. I thought it was cool how it came boxed, because you have to like put them together out of the box, like put his head on there and then his cape and all that shit. So, and I mean, the reason they're so expensive is because they are individually made, right? Mm-hmm. So it's like you can't mass produce them. But it really is. It's a beautiful figure, and like I said, you're seeing it on the screen, and that's one that I have considered. I have been in a position to buy before, but never pulled the trigger.
Maybe I'll find it on sale one day.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, maybe someday I'll just have extra fucking money for some reason. Maybe our show will take off.
You see it on sale at a Comic-Con.
I'll tell you what. I'll put it right fucking here. I'll tell you that much. Anyway,
GoFundMe.
Yeah, but yeah, $55. I mean, for a figure. Now I am trying to complete the Masters of the Universe Origin series. You saw that? That's in my stairwell. I actually put that as the cover image.
I like that
on our Facebook page. Yeah, I have a lot of the Revelation and some of the Revelation.
You still got to do
figures.
the tour of the Zip Cave. Sometime.
I got to clean shit up. I got a storage unit. I bought a storage unit, 7x5. I'm so excited. So
Where's
I can put
it going, in the backyard, or is it just like a
rental? No, I rented it. Oh. No, I bought it. Sorry, I rented it from this place down the street, and so I can fucking take some of this bullshit in the closet. Like I have a Snake Mountain from the '80s that I'm going to restore, but I can't get to it. I've got a Return of the Jedi Millennium Falcon in there that I'm going to restore, but I haven't gotten to it.
You got all my shit.
All your bullshit. A couple of your posters are still in there. Yeah. So yeah, there's a bunch of shit I need to get out of here so I have more room to put shit up. But I'm still running out of room, even with that. Like especially in the hallway. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do here. And if you're not, you know, it's hard to describe. But we're in the attic, as we've mentioned before, and the ceiling slants about a good 5 feet.
45 degrees.
I mean, yeah, up to the ceiling, which is then flat with stucco design. So, yeah, that's my problem.
Otherwise, we'd have stuff on the ceiling.
I'd have shit everywhere. Well, I'd love to have a full wall. That'd be nice. Like my full wall that I have here where my television sits has got shelves all over the fucking place because it's the only fucking full wall.
Yeah, there's not a lot of open space. And
then I keep this area over here for work, kind of. Don't really fuck with that at all. All right. God damn, we've been talking for a minute. I nothing else really. No. We know that Lexington Comic-Con's going on this weekend. Did not make it this year.
I saw some cancellations.
MJF canceled. Yeah. Saw that one. Who else canceled? You see anybody else?
I think Nick Nemeth, too.
Nemeth did? That sucks. So, yeah, I mean, which is part of it. If you're going to go to a con, somebody's going to fucking cancel. It's a sad reality. And it is usually the wrestlers that cancel. If we're being honest, because they're pulled at the last minute to come on the road and do a show. All right, let's get over to the news. Take care of our RIPs. It was a shit week for RIPs, buddy.
Yeah, had a few.
First up, you probably heard about this. It made national news. I think we might have broke it when it actually happened. I think we were on it. Yeah. Richard Lewis, beloved stand-up comedian and co-star of Curb Your Enthusiasm on Max with Larry David, has passed away at the age of 76. Now, if you're our age, you know Richard Lewis as a, kind of a...
Prince John.
C-list, D-list kind of actor in the 90s. That's probably his most famous role that I can
He had
think
weird
of is
hair.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
He said, "Where I have a mole."
Yeah. Man, I miss those. We have a story where some of those funnier movies may be coming back, so we'll get to that in a moment. But, God, and Lewis was so fucking funny on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
I didn't realize that him and Larry David were born days apart.
They're like best friends.
Well, apparently they weren't when they were growing up. They were rivals when they were at summer camp. And then they became friends later. But
that's why they work so good together.
He's on the Curb show a lot. Which is on Larry David says it's its final season right now.
Yeah, and that sucks too. I don't know. I assume he got to participate in the final season.
Did you watch any more of it?
I haven't. I want to so bad.
He's in it.
Okay, great. That's great then. So at least he got to participate in that. He suffered a heart attack last Tuesday, and all our best to Richard and his family, his wife Joyce, who reached out on social media in a statement and just asked for privacy and thanked everyone for the love, friendship, and support. Thank you, Richard, for making us laugh with Larry and for being Prince John and Robin Hood Men in Tights is the movie we're talking about.
Tights.
If you haven't seen it, check it out. Richard does a great job, and it's a good movie. Ole Anderson. You said Ole Anderson. Ole Anderson.
Ole Anderson.
Christian calls him Ole Anderson.
I don't know how to pronounce it. It's a weird name.
It's not funny because he passed away.
What's his real name? It says it down there.
It does. It's I think it's like a normal name, like
Rogowski or something.
David Smith or some shit.
Rogowski.
Alan Rogowski.
Yeah. See, I can say Alan. I'm Ole
Anderson, of course, his brother Arn Anderson, his kayfabe brothers Gene Anderson.
They just make it up.
Yeah, they made it up. That's how they did it back in the day. Founding member of the Four Horsemen. Ole Anderson, his later years were marred with a little bit of controversy. Terribly racist.
He wasn't afraid to say it straight about the race back then.
Yes, he was very upfront.
He hired him because he was black, and the people like to see the whites beat the blacks, and the blacks like to see the blacks beat the whites.
Well, and I mean, he actually... those are probably like direct quotes. I mean, that's just he and you know, he's an old Southern wrestling guy. Of course, I don't expect much else.
It's like we can make money with racism.
Nevertheless, you know, some wrestlers in the history are scumbags. We all know that, but you cannot deny what Ole meant to the world of professional wrestling. I guess they helped break
Ric Flair in too, right?
Yep. Brought Ric Flair in, and him, Ole, and Arn, and who was the fourth horseman?
Billy Gunn.
No, it was fucking
Mongo.
Shit, what's his name? God damn.
Steve Mongo McMichaels.
You're such a fucker.
He was one of the generations of the fourth.
Vern Gagne. No, it wasn't Vern Gagne.
Vern Gagne.
No, that was a promoter.
It's an actor.
Vern Gagne is a wrestling promoter.
No, he's not.
Anyway, I can't remember. Gerald Briscoe.
Oh.
That's who it was, Gerald Briscoe. So, again, all our best.
J.J. Dillon. He was the manager. He was the fifth horseman.
All our best to Ole's many, many millions of fans, his family, his brothers, real and fake. You know, sure they're going through a hard time. He was 81 years old.
I know Arn. I like Arn.
Everybody remembers Arn from corporate days. Another WWE star passed away. Michael Jones, also known as Virgil, also known as Soul Train Jones.
They gave him a graphic on SmackDown.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. Passed away at age 60. Did they do anything for Ole?
Not that I saw.
Wow. That's fucked up.
That might have been on Raw, though. I don't know.
Of course, you know, wrestlers don't have very long lifespans, unfortunately. He died at 61.
Well, last we heard him, he was in poor health and was in a lot of trouble.
His family says that he passed peacefully.
Dementia.
Dude, these guys are fucked up. I mean, they're finding more and more.
That's what AK said. AK said he got brain damage.
Dude, I'm telling you, all of them are fucked up. I'm sure there's not a wrestler that actually did a run between 1970 and 1985 that's not completely fucked in some way.
He was one of the first wrestlers that like blew my mind. I was like, what is he? How come he's not Virgil in WCW? It didn't make any sense to
Oh,
me.
when he came over, yeah.
And then he gets a different name and repackaged. I'm like, what is happening?
That's
Virgil.
That was happening a lot, though.
I know, but that was one of the first really noticeable guys that I recognized. That I was like, what are you?
I saw Scott Hall
and
Kevin Nash come in. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, but they went by their real names.
Yeah, they did, and I didn't know who they were. I didn't know they were fucking real names at the time. Anyway.
But Virgil doesn't sound like a fake name like Razor Ramon or Diesel.
True. All our best to Virgil's fans and family passes away at age 61.
I guess when he was on AEW, they called him Soul Train Jones. That's what Jericho was saying.
All right. Let's talk about this real quick. We have new photos of Bill Skarsgard as the Crow in the Lionsgate Crow remake that is set to come out in June.
Quote the Draven.
Quote the Draven evermore. Look, he does not look anything like Brandon Lee looked. Anything like him.
Is he supposed to?
Here's the thing. Okay, now, and this is probably going to be an unpopular opinion. He looks more like the comic book like the way that James O'Barr drew him in the comics. Bill Skarsgard.
Well, we haven't seen him with the Crow makeup on yet.
Yeah, we have. He's on there.
Are you sure? I thought it was just like tattoo stuff.
No, it looks like Crow makeup to me.
I don't see any white.
I don't think he did white in the books.
Okay,
it was just black. Yeah, that's his final form.
All right.
Anyway, and again, it's a complete 180 from the look of the 1994 film with Brandon Lee, and people don't like it, and I get it.
What do you mean?
They don't like that he doesn't look like the Crow like they know him. Like, a lot of people don't know the Crow was a fucking graphic novel before it was a movie. They think the movie just came out.
Well, what did he look like?
He looked like that. I mean, here, I'll show you.
I mean, what did he look like in the Crow movie that you're talking about that people are mad about? The Crow makeup? Are you talking about the Crow makeup?
No, I'm talking about his overall look. Okay, so here's what he looks like in the books, right?
I don't care what he looks like in the book.
Do you not remember what fucking Brandon Lee looked like in The Crow?
He looked like a guy with dark hair. I don't think he had a look.
Okay, so you take that and that. You don't think that's different?
Well, that's when he's the Crow.
Dude, he's the Crow right fucking here.
I don't know.
You take that and that?
I don't know if that is the Crow right there. That may just be him with makeup on.
I don't know why he would be putting on a jacket with makeup around his eyes.
Because he's a rock star.
He's got the black
what
lines.
Rock stars do.
I mean, he's got blood on him, dude, and he's got bullet wounds. He's obviously been killed.
I don't know, dude. Where do you see these bullet wounds? What? I just don't know. I haven't seen the film. It's just a picture.
Anyway, back to what I was saying. And maybe it's my fucking opinion, but I'm pretty sure I've been reading it all week about how pissed off people were at how Bill Skarsgard looked in these pictures.
I don't know. They make
in the fact that he did not look like Brandon Lee's version of
I
the
thought
Crow.
they were trying to make him look like a today's young person.
I think they're trying to make him look like he was in the graphic novel that started this whole thing, is what I think.
I don't know. The guy said he was trying to make him look like today's 19-year-old so they could relate.
Well, but that's what he looked like in the. He was like a younger, punky. Haircut was the same.
Well, they said they're going for like Post Malone, Lil Peep look.
I mean, okay, you
don't even know what that means.
Tattoos and fucking shit. I assume like a fucking goof ass like Post Malone.
I think this is just you being an old person again.
How am I being an old person? I'm telling people to embrace it.
No, you're saying I don't like these tattoos.
You're being a fucking jerk. For no reason. You don't believe these things you say. Excuse me.
I don't know enough about the subject.
Well, you don't have to know everything to have an opinion.
Well, I think you have a bad opinion if you
Well,
don't know.
that's your fucking freedom.
If you don't have enough knowledge, you shouldn't have an opinion.
I have more fucking knowledge than you do, motherfucker, about this.
Okay.
All right. And I'm telling you, they're making him look like he did in the goddamn book. Don't get me started, dude.
And why would people be mad about that, though? They don't know there's a book?
Again, my guess is, and I don't know why people fucking review the way they review, but my guess is they're comparing it to the 1994 film by Alejandro, whatever the fuck his name is, who came out and bashed this new look.
Did he? What'd he say?
Let me see here.
I'm not sure about FKA Twigs. I don't know if I like her either.
Is she like a musician or something?
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about the female lead. She's going to die. Spoiler alert. So anyway, we have the article on our Facebook page. You can click the link and see the pictures for yourself.
It says the crow flies again, dude.
We'll see if he flies. Hopefully he flies. Again, keep an open mind. This is many, many, many years after the original, and it is a great story, and it is based on something.
I hope they get the villain right.
Yeah, I need to see more of the secondary characters before I'll be able to judge. But I'll tell you this: I love the fucking 1994 Crow.
Yeah.
And that's easily top 10, maybe top 5 favorite movies for me, for sure. All right.
Oh.
We got some casting news for Superman, Christian. It's no longer called Superman Legacy.
Yep.
It's now just called Superman.
Next, it's going to be just called Super.
Soup.
S-Man. Sup.
S.
It's called S-Sup. S.
James Gunn's Superman movie has cast its Perry White in the form of The Wire's, what's his name? Percy, something like that. Fuck. God damn it. Oh, God. Wendell Pierce.
There you go.
Percy Pierce. That's what.
Bunk.
Wendell Pierce.
Wire.
He was in Jack Ryan. He's been in all kinds of shit. Jack Ryan, Suits. Shit. What was that? Was that 28 Days? Was that what that was? When the Edward Norton movie, when he was in that one? He was in Ray.
Did you watch The Wire?
No. I didn't.
That's when you need to watch.
You know I didn't.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know.
You did.
I thought you did. I thought everybody had.
That occurred during a time when I was just into other shit. Or didn't have access to it. It's not like it is today when you have access to everything.
Sure.
So anyway, that's really cool. I love this guy, Wendell Pierce. He's been in all kinds of cool shit, and I'm excited to see him back as Perry White. I love Lawrence Fishburne's Perry White. The idea that he's a black guy, I think, works. Gives it kind of a nice cultural spin, if you will.
It should be J. Jonah Jameson.
Interesting. That would be. That's harder though, because he's got a look.
Yeah.
Anyway, congratulations, Wendell. Hopped on one of the biggest movies of next year. We also got a tweet from James Gunn where he, as we had previously mentioned, said that the film is now called Superman and not Superman Legacy. He also showed a look of the S, which we kind of discussed the week previous. Since I have taken notes on this, he has since come out and said that the suit will be based on the Alex Ross version of the character. I will show the Alex Ross version of the character right here, so you can have a look. And are you pointing?
I'm trying to point that way. There we go. That's how you do it.
Your confusion there was old man. I'll tell you that. Okay. We also got this weird story, which was bullshit.
Yeah, what were you talking about this weird
Okay,
story?
so there was this other story going around that we actually saw David Corn sweat. Here it is.
Whoa, is that supposed to be down?
Yes. So this is the image, and again, you'll see them in the video feed. It's fake. James Gunn came out and actually laughed at it and said, "Are you serious? Do you really think that's what he would look like?" Which I got to tell you, it's clearly a fake photo. If you're looking at it the way we're looking at it. But yeah, everybody's
can't tell
like,
anymore, dude. It's
"Oh
AI.
God, his suit's fucking leaked out on the internet." And I looked at it and I went, "Please God, tell me that's not his fucking suit." Again, they just basically made him look like he looked in the new Action Comics, which is what James Gunn has referenced in the past. So again, these are fake. James Gunn has confirmed them. We have not seen David Cornsweet in full costume as of yet.
Leaked photos, not.
Well, we had told you a couple weeks ago that there were some rumors floating around Hollywood that Warner Brothers was talking to Paramount Global about a possible merger. This, of course, would make Warner Brothers just pretty much a powerhouse. I would put them on the same level as Disney because Paramount, the properties, Paramount has Star Trek. Paramount has what? They got some Indiana Jones rights, I think, right? No, Disney has that. I forgot.
Top Gun, maybe.
Assholes franchises. Yeah, they got all that shit. Mission Impossible franchise, too. Now, this week, it's a different story. According to CNBC, Warner Brothers Discovery has halted merger talks with Paramount amid its stock falling 47% over the past year, nearing a year-long low for the company. Of course, everyone is failing. So, I don't blame Warner Brothers for backing away. It would have been a lot of money to get that company, and it would definitely rival Disney, I believe. I don't think they would have beat Disney. I don't think you can beat Disney with the properties they have, at least not at this point in time. But anyway, so any potential possibility of a merger happening soon is not going to happen. Now, we don't know what the future may bring, but we will make sure we bring you the story if we hear anything about it.
Warner Brothers is Max, right?
Yeah. Yep. This was great. I could not have agreed with the story more. Why does they always show Shakira here? It's always Shakira on there.
It's always Shakira all the time on Screen
So,
Crush.
There were films released in the late 80s, early 90s called the Naked Gun films. If you're a person of our age and you're watching or listening, you know these shows very, very well and with a very warm heart. They were great, starring Leslie Nielsen in the role of Lieutenant Frank Draben. And they were slapstick, funny, kind of
Parodies.
National Lampoon, parody kind of deal of being a police
like
officer.
Airplane.
Yeah, like Airplane or Spaceballs or
Spaceballs.
Stuff like that. Well, now Paramount, who we were just discussing, and the original team are remaking the franchise with, get this, Liam Neeson as the title character Frank, which I think is a great idea. I love that idea.
Mm-hmm.
The Naked Gun movies are fucking hilarious. I mean, if you've never seen them, do yourself a favor and watch them. They do have O.J. Simpson in them.
But he's funny.
Yeah, he's not a killer, at least not yet.
Kills you with comedy.
Yeah, he's actually funny. Does he talk? Or is
he got
he
a big afro in one of them.
He's got a huge afro in one of them. Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that afro. All right.
I can see Liam Neeson doing it.
I mean,
playing it straight.
If he hadn't done that shit that he'd done recently, I don't think he would have been able to
Life
pull
is
off.
Short or something?
Something like that. Whatever movie he did where he's talking about the
AIDS?
where he's talking about
he's riddled with AIDS. He wants to do an improv scene with.
Oh my God. And that was so funny and really kind of like Liam Neeson with the Naked Gun series. That straight lace kind of cop mentality was always funny. Anyway, there have been attempts made through the years to get people attached to the franchise. At one point, it says Ed Helms, which I think wouldn't have worked. Would have been too much. Liam Neeson is perfect because he is like at this point in his career where he can't keep doing the shit that he's doing. I mean, he just can't. It's becoming obvious, right? And I'm so happy that he's had this twilight in his career. Not that he's ever really been down on anything. He's been in a bunch of fucking famous movies. Batman Begins. Fucking, what else was he in recently? Gangs of New York and all kinds of great movies. But for him to come over to do like a straight-laced character in a comedy, I think would be perfect for him. Anyway, we'll keep you updated on this Naked Gun reboot with any trailers, photos, or any information we get. Well, PlayStation and Sony did not have a good week last week. As some of you may know, we've discussed on this show, video game companies are suffering major losses as people go to digital copying, physical media going away, too much stuff out there. And now Sony's PlayStation has joined the long list of companies with layoffs this year. Approximately 900 Sony Interactive Entertainment employees, or roughly 8% of PlayStation's global workforce, will be impacted by these cuts. This sucks. As you all know, I say it all the time, I've been laid off in my life twice. Due to no fault of my own, due to the world and the way it works, and it's a scary time. It really is, and all my best to these people, and it does suck, and I'll always report on it, because that's how I got out of it, was people knowing about it and knowing that I was in need. Any opinion?
No, like you said, it sucks. I don't know. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I know. It's hard to have an opinion about it.
I don't know why they have to get fired, or if they're just making bad games, or what.
Yeah, it's hard to say. And that's... With my layoffs, it was a little bit easier to pin down the reasoning. Because the first time it was the dissolve of radio, and the second time it was COVID. So it was real easy to be like, that's why. With this stuff, it's a little bit trickier because you don't really know where the loss is. Anyway, because of these cuts, there have been several reboots and remakes that were scrapped. One of them included a Twisted Metal series, I'm assuming coming off the success of the show. So that sucks.
Too bad, yeah.
Yeah, won't see that Twisted Metal reboot. While we're on the subject, EA in general are also doing...
EA Sports in the game.
It's in the layoff. They are laying off several of their employees.
Yep.
And killing off multiple franchises along with it. Battlefield was the big one that they cited in this story. So there you go. Just not a good day to be in the video game industry.
Maybe they hired too many people when COVID was going on.
Could be. Some companies did that. They've admitted as such. Where's the fucking X on this thing? I guess it just doesn't have one.
Nope. It's the ad for Final Fantasy VII.
You gonna get that?
I don't have a PlayStation 5 or whatever
you
it
have
is.
a PlayStation 5? Goddamn. Excuse me. All right. Take a drink of water.
Now, after we've talked about the video games doing bad, we've got a movie that's doing good.
Bringing the blockbuster back, baby. It's Dune 2. God, that's a funny picture of fucking Austin Butler there.
Which didn't come out on streaming. It just came to theaters this week.
Yeah, theaters only.
But apparently it made like $12 million in previews.
Made a lot of money, and it's making a lot of money. And not just making a lot of money, it's getting a lot of critical acclaim as well. Which I don't know why you would think it wouldn't. I know the first one, and I have not seen the first one. The recent first one. I've been told that it was a whole lot of setup for the second movie.
Yeah.
And that was one of the big reasons that, it didn't succeed as much and wasn't as exciting. This one here, they're talking this shit. Kush told me that this has overtaken Shawshank Redemption on Rotten Tomatoes, and IMDb as being one of the top films ever made at this point.
Well, it's got big battles like Lord of the Rings stuff.
Yeah, it's got Lord of the Rings style battles, incredible, stellar fucking cast with a couple young ones I don't really know that much about.
Batista. He's
probably bitching all the way to the desert.
Part of the stellar
probably
cast.
Bitching all the way to the
referencing.
desert. Bitching about the sand, just like Anakin. Of course,
gets everywhere.
Kush wants to see it real bad. I'm going to take her to see it. I want to watch the first one first.
Obviously,
I mean, that's if it's a 2.5, 3 hour long movie full of setup, I should probably watch it. But again, Dune 2 is doing great. And again, is this the return of the blockbuster? A lot of people are kind of thinking that, and especially with what we discussed last week, with what we have coming up next year. With Superman, Fantastic Four, the new Jurassic movie. Maybe theaters are making a comeback. I'd like to hope so. We were employed at theaters for many years. And theater is a special place. Special place to work. All right. So when I see Dune 2, I'll comment on it. Variety.
I would have watched it if it was on streaming.
I know. Me too.
I would have seen it by now.
That would have been my weekend for sure. Variety has released a first look at the costume for Jared Leto in the new Tron Aries movie from Disney. Mm-hmm. We're taking a look at it here on the... I'm just burping my ass off.
I didn't know Evan Peters was going to be in it too.
Yeah. And Cameron Monaghan and Gillian Anderson too, right? Yep.
That's
Gillian Anderson.
Who's Cameron Monaghan?
She's Michelle Monaghan's son? I don't know. Something. He's related to Michelle Monaghan. Anyway, he looks like a Tron guy. He's got the red light suit with the LEDs on his suit, and it's kind of him with a back view looking back with his helmet on. You can't even tell it's Jared Leto.
He's going to wear that when he goes on tour with his band, dude. He's going to dress up like that.
It's not a bad idea, actually. It'd be a lot of money. Anyway, we have the picture on our Facebook page. You can take a look at it. Very excited for this Tron Aries coming from Disney.
Any release date on that yet?
Don't have one yet. Nope.
Oh, I watched this trailer.
Trailer for The Strangers, Chapter 1. This is the reboot of the horror series from the early 2000s.
It's the origin story, dude. I can't believe that's how they build that in the trailer. They're like, see how the strangers.
That's not what I'm seeing in the trailer.
I know. It looks like they're already the strangers.
I'm pretty sure they're already the strangers.
Looks like a whole town of strangers.
Yeah, seriously. It looks to me. This one looks a little bit more out in the middle of nowhere than the other ones.
Well, like I said, it looks like they're in town.
Yeah, and then they go in the
town.
town and everybody's looking at them. I would leave that town immediately because I'd be like, I don't like the way I'm being looked at here.
Weirdos.
Yeah, and then a couple kids, probably Mormons.
Oh, it's funny too when this person knocks on their door and it's like, is Tamara there? And they're just standing in complete darkness and you can't see who they are. It's like, where's the porch light?
I mean, there's no light. Yeah, it's like, and there's electricity all over.
There they are.
Yeah.
Look.
Plain. I mean, it looks like Unsolved Mysteries when they would black out one of the witnesses.
It's like a spotlight of darkness.
Oh shit. Anyway,
I mean, I'll watch it.
I'll watch it.
It was stupid to kill him off in that second one. That was so dumb.
I'll watch it. Yeah, I don't. That second one's blue. May 17th is the theatrical release date for The Strangers Chapter 1, part of a new trilogy they are putting together. And this one is directed by, I did not fucking know this, Rennie Harlan. Damn! Cliffhanger, Deep Blue Sea, Devil's Pass. He did one of the Nightmare on Elm Streets. He did one of the Die Hards. It might be good. I love Rennie Harlan.
Rennie.
I didn't know that. With the success, or assumed success, of X-Men 97, the animated series that's coming out on Disney Plus here in about any time now, right? I think, right? March 20th, maybe? the former writer of Spider-Man the Animated Series, which was, again, also a part of that Fox Kids lineup of cartoons from that era, hinted at the possibility of possibly having a Spider-Man 97 show, just like they do with the X-Men. Joe Perry.
Radioactive
Joe Perry.
Spider-Bite.
Yeah, Joe Perry's the one who wrote the Joe Perry of Aerosmith wrote the opening theme song to that show. And it was a great, great series. Really, honestly, my first big foray into the Spider-Verse was with this cartoon.
Yeah, it had Madam Web, dude.
Dude, it had, oh my God, the Secret Wars episodes were incredible. If you have not seen it, it is on Disney Plus, the original series.
Yeah.
And I go back and watch a lot all the time. I love that series. And I would love seeing a reboot of this. Fuck, man. Why don't they just reboot everything? Let's get Tailspin 97. Let's get fucking Darkwing Duck 97.
Well, they already did DuckTales.
DuckTales already been done. Fucking, what else we got that we can use?
Muppet Babies.
Gargoyles. Muppet Babies, how the fuck would you change that?
I just like it.
Oh.
I want to watch it.
I'm sure it's on YouTube.
I just meant let's see some new Muppet Babies.
New Muppet... I don't know about that one, Tim. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is set to make its return to theaters. When? Tell me, Christian. Do you remember?
No, but I did watch that final trailer.
What'd you think?
It was okay. I want to see it. It sounds like people are dying, dude, getting frozen. And
in 3 weeks, the film will arrive in theaters, and we got blessed with the final trailer.
I need to rewatch Afterlife.
I love Afterlife. It was good.
I like one of those little marshmallow guys putting his arm in the pencil sharpener.
It's disgusting. Yeah, she said it was disgusting.
It's a sticky mess, dude.
Dude, that'd be so mad. Try to clean that thing.
Just throw it away. Just get a new one.
That's what Kush does. She's like, I'll just get another one. She's like Seinfeld with that shit, dude. She'll just throw shit away if it's fucked up. She doesn't care.
Oh, that's how we are as a society.
You can watch the final trailer for Ghostbusters Frozen Empire on our Facebook page anytime you like. It includes the cast of Afterlife and the remaining cast of the original films as well. All right, let's talk some wrestling before we wrap her up here. Now, we will not be able to report on what happened last night on Monday Night Raw because this is Saturday as we record, but we will release on Tuesday. So,
will Cody accept the Rock
challenge? Will Cody accept the challenge? So here's what happened. Here's what we got. First of all, The Rock
on SmackDown. Oh,
his
Twitter Instagram thing
or whatever the hell. Yeah. He
put out a 20
full
minute
savage.
Apparently, he re-uploaded it and added like 6 more minutes of Seth Rollins bashing. Like the first time he uploaded it, he didn't hate on Seth Rollins enough, so he had to re-upload it.
It was fucking fried gold, dude. It was fucking great. We know that The Rock is going to be appearing on all the March episodes of SmackDown Friday nights. Haven't heard that he'll be in any action. I probably wouldn't have him in action. Maybe interrupt or something, but I definitely wouldn't put him in a match. Save him for Mania. So here's the deal. Rock went on a tirade about Cody and Seth Rollins on Twitter. I guess, what was that, Thursday or Wednesday or whatever?
I'm not sure.
And then on Friday Night SmackDown, he came out with the Bloodline and put out the challenge of a tag team match of The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania Night 1 with stipulations. Now, here are the stipulations. If Cody and Seth win the match, the Bloodline, including Paul Heyman, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Solo Sikoa, and The Rock, would be barred from ringside during Cody's championship match on night 2. Mm-hmm. which is a huge thing, right? In story wise, if The Rock and Roman win in night one, then it is, what did they say?
Bloodline rules.
Bloodline rules, which pretty much
no DQ.
no
Whatever we
DQ.
want.
Everybody comes out. You're going to get fucked with. Ain't no way you're going to win this belt. One in fucking a million, you know. So an interesting spin, and you know, I don't know. I guess that's how you'd have to do it at this point to work everything out. The Rock is definitely saving their ass. You know.
So we have The Rock and Roman win on night one, and then on night two, Cody overcomes the odds, and The Rock turns on Roman.
That is definitely the consensus, not just in the Zip Cave, but on the internet as well. Of course, The Rock has been dropping subtle hints that this would be the case. He's seen out of kayfabe with fans, this and that. So I don't know.
I mean, I could go for that.
I'll be watching WrestleMania.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that much.
Well, he's saying wrestling's exciting again, dude.
It's so. I'm happy. You know, I understand where Seth is coming from, and I do think it comes from a personal place where he's saying, you know, it's our time and The Rock needs to stay away and blah blah blah. I think there's some truth in that from Seth. Rollins has always been one of those guys that always said, you know, we don't need this person, we don't need that person, we don't need Stone Cold, we don't need Vince, we don't need Triple H. You know, really has had that stance. You know, but however, sometimes you do need a little star power. It can't hurt you, and I think that's what they're learning this year with this WrestleMania. Once again.
Well, I think it's cool how much Rock seems to be going into it. He doesn't seem like just
he's
a
all in.
timer.
He's all in. And here it's funny. Kevin Nash, if you listen to his podcast, Click This, which he does with Sean Oliver, great podcast if you like wrestling, and Kevin's hilarious. Anyway, he says that he knew The Rock was 100% all in when he first came out and had on his Versace shit. Mm-hmm. And not like Under Armour or one of his gimmick shirts or any of that. He says that's when he knew The Rock was there to stay. And I think that's a great point. You know, this is not normal Rock that we see return and leave suddenly. And again, he's, as he mentioned in his Twitter promo, he is locked in with this company for life. So you know, he may leave the spotlight, but he ain't leaving the company.
He's on the board. He owns him all.
He owns it all, and that's where I got this other headline, which happened almost simultaneously when the tweet went out. The Rock went in and actually copyrighted catchphrases, nicknames, candy ass, rock bottom, people's elbow, the corporation, the bloodline. I mean, must have been a list of 20 or 25 terms. I thought they had them like in a list, but I guess that must have been another story. And this goes to what he was saying in his promos, that he now has full ownership of The Rock and everything associated with The Rock. And I'm wondering if this is part of the work. If they just spent the money to be part of the work for him to get this stuff, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Seems like something most wrestlers want, you know?
No shit.
Like that creative control that Hogan had back at Bash at the Beach.
Jeff Jarrett lays down for him. It's funny how suddenly that's what everybody talks about now.
We watched that.
Back then it was like...
Watch that episode, dude, on Dark Side.
Yeah.
I watched it recently.
I went back and watched Dark Side. God, I love that show. When's the new series?
I guess pretty soon if we got that ad.
I think so.
Muda? Who was
Haku.
Haku, okay.
Haku.
My bad.
Great
movie. I thought it was the Great Muda.
That was Haku.
Muda,
Haku and Fatu. Remember?
Whatever.
Anyway, so The Rock is positioning himself and looking really good. Someone not looking really good. Did you see this shit, Christian?
Yeah, it was Sting's last Dynamite.
Dude, that's what you took away from this promo? with Ric Flair and the Young Bucks and all this shit.
Sting came down.
But Ric Flair, dude, why would you do that?
Because him and Sting have a big history.
I get that, but the man can't move.
Yeah, I thought it was dumb how he didn't hit him with the bat. Why did he drop the bat and punch him?
He thumbed the eye, and then his punch. First of all, it took about 10 minutes to make contact. It was that slow. Nothing behind it. The Young Bucks carried him all the way. Sting coming down out of the rafters, that was fucking awesome. I never thought they'd ever do that again, frankly. And I'm kind of curious as to fucking Owen Hart's family and what they thought about that shit.
If Sting wants Ric Flair to be part of his last shit, dude, I'm not going to give him a hard time about it.
Yeah, but why does he got to be fighting? I mean, there's no reason for that. Come on, that is so fucking stupid. So stupid and fake looking, you know?
It's not as bad as when they were doing the rabbit punches and missing.
No, that's true. The whole thing was bad. It was all of it. It was a shitty segment.
I don't think so.
A lot of people disagree with you. Again, it's not that I don't like Ric Flair. I love Ric Flair and I love his legacy, but every time he gets in that ring and does something else, it just looks worse and worse. And it's like, are you not taking away from Sting's last match and the impact it's going to have by putting him in there and doing this? I feel like you are.
Apparently Sting disagrees.
Well.
And it's his legacy.
Okay. That's how we'll leave it.
So take your hate elsewhere.
I'll take my hate elsewhere, and you can take your AEW fanboys somewhere else, too.
What does that have to do with anything? We're talking about Ric Flair. You just have to hate on AEW.
No, I hate on AEW because they do dumb shit.
You brought it up.
Like announce Miro for matches when he's been injured for 6 months.
You remember how good it was?
It was so it was good.
No, the Monday Night Wars. When we had two good wrestling companies.
But they were on par with each other. They were actually on level ground.
You should encourage AEW to be better.
But they won't, Christian. I did encourage AEW to be better. I was like, okay, Hangman, he's got some potential. And, and when they first came out with Cody there and Jericho and all, I was all about it. We went to a fucking show. I was excited. I was like, oh, man, that's awesome. There's going to be fucking another wrestling show. Then they shit the bed.
No.
Heading back over to WWE 2K24, a lot of fans noticed there was a certain superstar that was not a part of the game. Do you know who that was, Christian?
I'm pretty sure he's DLC.
Well, yeah. CM Punk was not on the video game. Not as a DLC and not as anything. Of course, this is because he probably wasn't back yet when they finished the fucking game. But now they are going to apparently change that and try and get CM Punk in there for the DLC content. CM Punk was quoted as saying, "Fans are demanding that I be put in this video game. Now I'm not a video game guy, so I don't know how fast they can do this. But like I said, we're going to try to get to the bottom of this. And we'll see CM Punk in the new game soon." Sheamus has raised a couple eyebrows after a really strange, cryptic tweet that he put out that simply said goodbye.
Sheamus.
This has a lot of people speculating that he will most likely head over to AEW.
Let's scroll up a little bit.
Yeah. Where?
I was looking at that Ghost Adventures. Thought maybe we had new episodes coming out, but it doesn't say.
Let's just say it. Look there.
It's been a while since I had new Ghost Adventures episodes.
Look here. So anyway, Sheamus is one of those guys, just like Nick Namath, formerly Dolph Ziggler, that just, doesn't need to be a jobber, which is all he was in WWE. And, it was just too stacked for him to get in there. And, if he goes off to another company and has success, great. Sheamus, from what I understand, is a super awesome guy and a super awesome worker. and we wish him all the best. I love watching Sheamus. He was a bad motherfucker at one time.
Bangs on their chest, dude.
Dude, and the way before fucking McIntyre came along, Sheamus was the one that would kick motherfuckers right in the chin. And man, it looked like it hurt. All our best to Sheamus and the best of luck. All right, that's the news. Let's head over to our events. I can't believe we stretched that to an hour. It's because we did all that shit in the beginning. There is a huge free wrestling show coming up at the Charleston Regatta on Saturday, March 16th. It includes ASW, ACW, Conquest Wrestling, and
Shane Douglas.
Yeah, ECW Shane Douglas. It's called Regatta Pro Wrestling Presents Market Mayhem. Again, Saturday, March 16th at the Capitol Market in Charleston, West Virginia. A meet and greet will take place at 3 p.m. Bell time is 4 p.m. Once again, this is a free show with a lot of the superstars that are from around the area that I've worked with, and it should be a great show. Our flyer is on, or their flyer is on our Facebook page if you'd like to check out the details. We have dates for the Huntington Comic and Toy Convention, August 10th through the 11th at the, what the hell is it now? The Marshall Health Arena. Now it's the Marshall Health Arena or some shit.
Yeah, I'm sure we got money to spend
Mountain
on that.
Health Arena or some shit.
Instead of giving me a raise back then, they spent all their money on the naming rights.
That's exactly what happened. They took your raise money.
I know, and countless others, and countless others.
But you're not bitter. Of course, as this gets closer, tickets are on sale May 3rd, by the way. We will certainly keep you in the loop. We will try to get down there as we do every year and get you all the cool shit going on in our own hometown. Always
God,
happy
I got
time.
confused for a second. I was like,
What?
I thought it was like, oh, it's in May. That's good. No, it's in August.
No,
The
it's on
tickets are
sale on May 3rd. Yeah, so we'll keep reminding you as we go and head toward that date. HerdCon, once again, coming up at the end of the month, March 29th through the 30th, Memorial Student Center at Marshall University's campus on 5th Avenue. Doors open at 10 a.m. with free admission. There'll be vendors, cosplay, gaming, and a whole lot more. It's always a lot of fun, especially if you have young ones. It's a great initial con to take them to. A little bit of a practice round for if you take them to a bigger con.
Do some cosplay.
I'll do some. What do you want to do?
I just meant you could do cosplay.
Oh, you can do cosplay. You're not doing cosplay though, right? You're not going to do
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. Okay.
I do hosplay, dude.
Hosplay?
Hosplay.
What's that?
I don't know. Remember that fat
How
store?
do you even spell
Remember
it?
that fat store called Hoscat?
HOSF.
I never was.
Hosplay?
I never went to Hoscat. But
What's cosplay?
it's like
What's the definition?
fat play. I don't know.
Fat play.
It's when you put on those fat suits and pretend to be fat.
Oh, like fucking jackass. Oh shit. We announced a week or two ago that the Planet 92.7, 98.5, our friends at our local rock station here in town, proudly welcome in this
Zombie
moment.
Queen.
In this
I'm trying to
moment,
think of a picture or a name to describe that picture.
to the Charleston Coliseum and Convention Center Thursday night, May 16th. Tickets on sale now. Last but not least, we have our lineup for the Louder Than Life Festival happening in Louisville, Kentucky. They include Slipknot, Slayer, Motley Crue, Korn, Seether, Five Finger Death Punch, Judas Priest, Disturbed, Evanescence, Tom Morello, Mastodon, and many, many, many more. You can get details at the Planet's page, 92.7 and 98.5 The Planet, or we have shared the information to our Facebook page as well.
I think Sonic Temple might have a better lineup.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. They do kind of compete, don't they? I never really thought about it.
I think they're both the same production company.
Is it?
I think so.
Don't forget, we need your support, people. Log on to facebook.com/GeekZip podcast. You can follow us there. You can also find links to our Podomatic page. That is podomatic.com/GeekZip podcast. We are always looking for new sponsors, new people that would like to invest in the show.
You got some dirty feet, bro.
Oh, they're nasty.
The bottom of your feet are dirty. It's like
Yeah.
brown. Don't. Oh. That's for the OnlyFans, remember?
I'm about that desperate. You got anything else, Christian?
No.
All right.
Nah.
Well,
I keep seeing this yada yada commercial and it makes me mad. I don't like it. It's yada 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 yada
yada
yada yada yada
yada yada. All right. Guys, once again, we're going to try and get some new Patreon content, and any support is always appreciated. Our links you can always see at the bottom of our video feed here. For Christian, this is Ryan Zip. Have yourself a good week.
A Merry Little Christmas.